So, guys, I have an interesting question this morning. Um, I was just wondering if we're on this earth living life as humans to learn what it's like to be separated from God slash Jesus, then why do we spend so much time trying to find slash connect to Him while we're here? Um, there's a couple things in this that I want to address. Number one, Jesus is not the middleman. Um, Joshua never wanted anyone to think of him as a Messiah, a deity, or a savior. So that's the number one thing. So connecting to him is not why we're here. We're here to experience our separation from God so that we can come to know love more fully, come to know God more fully. And in the reason we do that is the interesting thing. Your question really ties into is, why do we spend so much time trying to find slash connect to Him? Well, think about this. If you're here to experience your separation from Source, right? That means your natural state is to be with God, be with the Source. You're away. You're actually separated from something that is who you are and what you are directly connected to. And so to be here and experience that love of God by not having that love of God is absolutely a blessing, because you would never know what that feeling, that expression of God was, if you did not know the opposite. That's the basis of science, having a baseline to measure against. You have to be able to experience the absence to be able to understand what the love of God is. Number one. Number two, why do we strive to get back? Because it is our natural state. It's our, we want to be there. We want that feeling. Because if you really think about it, fear is the negative aspect and love is the positive aspect. And everyone wants to be loved. Everyone wants to be loved. But without knowing fear, without knowing the opposite, you would never have the ability to know love fully. So we're literally here to experience God through feeling the absence. And I would take it even one step further. It's feeling the absence, because it's never absent. The feeling, fear, is a choice. Fear is a negative focus. Fear is negatively focused uncertainty. Fear is an emotional reaction to some future event that may or may not happen, with you focused on a negative outcome. So fear is something that we ourselves have to come to address in our own lives. And the idea of being here to experience the separation is accompanied by being here to experience our oneness with God and to come back to that oneness and to acknowledge that we're never separate from that love. One of the things that has been so fascinating in my life is knowing full well that God is in every breath. When I tell the story all the time of going to the grocery store and just simply smiling and being that feeling as I walk through the store and seeing the reaction of the people around me. It's for each one of us to come to the space of realizing that we are the children of God, just as Yeshua said. The children of God, the Son of God, it's the same thing. It's just one of them actually declares it and steps into the role. And that's what we're here to do, is to step into being love, being one with God, being the source. But your entire question is based upon the premise that Jesus and God are external. They're separate from us. They're not separate from us. We are one with them. We just can't feel it while we're in this physical form. But they are never, and I say they. Jeshua is just one more individual within the oneness of God. As is Buddha, as is Krishna, as is Muhammad, as is Wayne Dyer. They're all part of the oneness of God. Not one of them is a savior or a Messiah. Not one of them is here to be the middleman. They are here. They were showing us the way. They were showing us the pathway to reaching that oneness with God, that self, that Christed self. And The biggest issue that I have with most organized religion is that they separated us from God. They separated us. They said, well, you have to have this deity, you have to have this avatar, you have to have this, and you don't have to have any of them because you are the deity, you are the avatar, you are the connection to God. You and God are one. You are one of the children of God. The deal is that you need to step into the role. You need to step into the creator experience and be the one who is of God and being of God and creating of God. It's not about finding our connection. It's about acknowledging our connection and living our connection. And when you come to this place where you're like, oh, it's always here, then your life changes dramatically. So I guess going back to your message here, separated from God, Jesus. You're never separate from God. And Jeshua is just part of God, as is everybody else I mentioned, including you. You're part of God. And so I would assess the idea that your fixation on Jesus being the way is based in the organized religion and their interpretation of ancient texts that have been translated, manipulated, and interpreted for a couple thousand years. And there are so many things that aren't in the Bible that people claim are, and it's just a mess to put all your faith in an organized religion's belief that you're taught from a young age. So that's my thought on that. You guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya. Bye. Hey guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you go down below it right now and join in the comments section. Add a comment. Comment on someone else's. Let's get this community talking about these topics, and let's get this information out there. Also, if you really like this or you really resonate with some of the things that I'm saying on this channel, make sure you like, subscribe, and share, because this information is not about us holding it to ourselves. It's about spreading it out so we can change the perspective of the world, so people can find their own truths, so we can create a more loving world. So don't forget, like, subscribe, share, and comment. Let's get this community really growing, and that'd be great. And thank you for watching, and thank you for all your support of me. It has been absolutely wonderful. Thank you.